Nestled within the rolling peaks of New Hampshire's White Mountains sits one of the state's most iconic and historic grand hotels, the Mountain View Grand Resort and Spa. It began as a mere place of refuge in the spring of 1865 when William and Mary Jane Dodge opened their home to desperate travelers whose stagecoach had overturned on Route 3 in Whitefield, New Hampshire. After making their way to the farmhouse through the driving rain, the refugees only intended to stay the night, but the next morning, when the sunlight revealed the majestic 360-degree views and fresh mountain air, the travelers implored their hosts to let them stay a few more nights, inspiring the Dodges to open their farmhouse as a bed and breakfast the following year. It would be known as the Mountain View House, and word spread quickly as visitors came from all over the East to enjoy farm-fresh food, magnificent views, and the gracious hospitality of the Dodge family. The Dodges expanded outward and upward, adding new additions and amenities and passing the Mountain View down the family line across generations. Northern New Hampshire's tourist industry thrived as cities became more crowded, more polluted, and more rampant with disease. Train travel made it possible for more families to come stay in the Mountain View for weeks and entire seasons at a time, enjoying a simple life of bridge games in the parlor, leisure under the shade of the maple trees, and afternoon teas on the veranda. The relaxation and simple pleasures were even enjoyed by that of Norman Rockwell, Babe Ruth, John D. Rockefeller, and Ralph Waldo Emerson. By 1900, a 9-hole golf course had been established, and as the automobile made travel faster, many husbands would stay in the cities during the week and arrive to join their families for summer weekends. The Mountain View House soon became known for their Friday night dinner dances held to greet returning husbands. But as travel became faster, families vacationed further, and stays became shorter, many of New Hampshire's grand hotels struggled to adapt to changing industry trends. The Mountain View was no exception. After changing hands multiple times, the resort closed its doors in 1986. With several attempts to reopen, the Grand Resort would stay vacant and abandoned until its purchase in 1998 by a contractor from Massachusetts, who would begin its daunting $20 million restoration. 38 miles of piping would be replaced, 7 layers of accumulated wallpaper would be removed, and 78 miles of exterior cedar siding was restored and painted in the original hotel's colonial yellow color. The resort would reopen in 2002. Today, the Mountain View Grand creates an atmosphere of warmth and friendliness where city dwellers can once again find the comforts of gracious hospitality surrounded by the natural, unspoiled beauty of the White Mountains. Much of the Grand Resort nostalgia has been preserved in its decor, decorated history, and operational resort farm. Guests can still sit on the veranda, stare at the horizon, and soak in the very same pristine beauty seen by the original stagecoach travelers of 1865.